Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today I want to talk about something kind of funny and also kind of weird at the same time. Cause as everyone knows, I consider Fuxuan to be a mudpull. I think her kit's insane, but also her kit really reminds me of a certain character in Genshin Impact, who we consider to be like one of the worst fights that you can even get in Genshin Impact, and that is Dehya. And I want to talk about it because I'll be honest, if you know anything about my channel, if you've been really back there behind my channel, you will know my very first video I made on the channel was Dehya. And also, when you were there around the time where Dehya kit got revealed, I'll be honest, that strikes a lot of controversy and divide in the community because for one, if you would have read any of the leaks from Dehya kit, it was bad, I'll be honest. She has so much problem with her, and still to this day, she saw a problem, but nowadays, she kind of better in a sense, but when she released, she was kind of all over the place because she was like a mixed bruiser with some type of defensive utility that gives stagger resistance basically. And the reason why in some of my videos I call Fuxuan better Dehya because Dehya had this ability basically to take in HP and absorb all the damage taken from the allies, but the problem with that is basically she doesn't increase max HP or reduce damage, she just taking the flat damage, and she has a way to recover herself with a passive, but that is not enough so she could be solo sustained. And also the fact that any team she fit in, she's not the best in it unless using Ganyu, Burn Melt, but that's realistically only her best team basically at the time of her release. But nowadays, she gotten a little better because with Lenny, she actually have a lot of good synergy with someone like him. And I could keep continuing speaking about Dehya, but it would make more sense to have someone talk who actually knows Dehya well, who been playing Dehya since day one until to this day. Well, a person like that doesn't exist, right? Right? Oh wait, that person exists. Well, I better let him talk, I guess.
Yeah, everyone, so I am tired of feelings. That's my name. And I want to say thank you for redthunderking for getting me on this video. I know Xuan is his waifu, and for some reason he believes Dehya is mine, but Yaimiko is my main. Dehya is my second main, but I have been using her since her release, and I love her. But it's not to say that she's perfect or anything. She has a lot of flaws. Now, before I start going about her kit and stuff, in the beta, when I first saw her animations captivated me, but it kind of took me away from looking at her actual numbers. She didn't really have a place in Genshin right now as shielders are so amazing. Mitigation is kinda alright. So we all thought that she's like a burst DPS, but at C0 she is very underwhelming. Even though I 36 star the abyss with her all the time, it's because of my other supports. So let me get into the bread and butter of her kit. Basically, you pop her elemental skill, she puts down the fiery sanctum field, and it deals AoE pyro damage. Not that much to say, and it only takes like once every 2.5 seconds, so it's very slow to proc. But I always tell people, the more we look at it, she's not really a bruiser or a damage dealing character. It's all about this mitigation. So for 9 seconds after you pop the elemental skill, you will get 100% interruption resistance, which I really think is the best thing in her kit. But the problem is this only lasts for like 9 seconds. It's not that problematic for majority of the teams that I run her in, but if you're someone meaning a character like Ganyu, for example, she sometimes stays on the field a lot longer than that. It's not that problematic with a character like Linear though, because he seems to be more of a bursty type of character where you do like 1 or 2 charge attacks, which will take like 6 to 7, maybe 8 seconds. You pop a elemental skill, you pop a elemental burst, and you leave the field. Now, by the time that you come back on the field with a character like him, her elemental skill should be up again to use. It has like 18 seconds cooldown. I would say her mitigation is actually pretty good. In the beginning, yes, a shield will protect you from 100% of the damage, but I realized that mitigation that she gives, it could keep you alive from a lot of one-shot hits. Well, let's just talk about her burst. It's probably one of my favorite animations in the entire game. She goes into this blazing lioness state and she just starts punching every enemy on the field. Although there's a little problem when there's multiple enemies on the field. Sometimes aiming at them, she goes back and forth. She doesn't stay on one, which I believe is kind of a user error, because if you point your character directly to the enemy, she will focus on that one. But sometimes it's kind of annoying. And well, yeah, that's basically her kit. If I had to change one thing, just one little thing, I wish that her interruption resistance that she provided didn't last 9 seconds, but for the entire duration, that 18 seconds. That would have actually made her perfect for me. I would say though, she is one of the most comfortable character to use. In the open world, obviously, Genshin Impact is very easy, but even in the abyss though, where it's kind of challenging, she don't die, like she never dies. And that passive that she has, whenever she goes below 40%, she starts healing up herself back. It's just really amazing. So at the end of the day, I would say that it's me, the user, the player, made an issue of analyzing her kit wrong. She is a tank, but you don't really need a tank in a game like Genshin because there is a feature implemented in the game that's called iframes. So sometimes taking a lethal blow, you could just pop an elemental burst and just completely mitigate the entire damage that you would have taken. I wouldn't say that she got better from her initial release, but she is a unit that could fit into any team that needs a shielder. And in Fontaine, it looks like we are getting a lot of self-sufficient characters. Basically, they could heal up their own selves. And well, yeah, that's my thoughts on Dehya. Thanks for having me on your content, redthunderking. I'll pass it on back to you.
Thanks, bro. I do appreciate you coming on the channel, and we should do this more often. But as always, links will be in the description for him, of course. And go sub to the channel. He almost had 1,000 subscribers. So if you like his content and want to support him and like what you have to say, why not sub to the channel? It's free and you can unsubscribe anytime you want. That sounds like a good deal to me. So go do it. But back to what he said about one thing he would change. Yeah, I agree, the 100% interruption resistance is massive, but one thing I would change instead of 9 seconds, it should be when the E active, in my opinion, because for one, that'll be such a massive thing, because it'll basically allow you to play the game without getting interrupted, because interrupting resistance is so massive. Like, why you think so much people use Zhongli for, even though he's technically a DPS loss, he make the game so comfy. It doesn't matter if your DPS loss, because you can actually gain that damage back because you're not getting BS by the mechanics sometimes. So I would have felt like that would have been better on her base kit whenever Fiery Sanctum active, because she can have some synergy with Sacrificial Sword, and also to reset it so you can actually have infinite uptime on the stagger resistance, which has been massive and would have been a good incentive to get the but that's not the case, sadly. But I'm at least glad they didn't fuck up my girl Fuxuan. Because at the end of the day, that's what Fuxuan did better there, because they took what the deal was supposed to be if they were going for the tank role and made it better for Fuxuan, because Fuxuan does share damage, but also she increased max HP and also reduced damage taken. So, and to the fact that she also gave crit rate, and when her ultimate is used, she heals all party members based on their max HP, which is solid. So pair that with her HP increase and damage reduction, that is enough sustain basically. And when Fuxuan goes under 50% HP, she recovers like 95% of that HP loss. So basically, she is never dying. Like, when I look at the comparison between Dehya and Fuxuan, it is night and day. I'll be honest. The developers in Honkai starrail were not playing around with the kid. They were not making the same mistakes as Genshin Impact, which I'm happy to see improvement. But also, I realized a lot of characters from Genshin Impact are like a test run to see what they can get away with and what's overpowered, what underpowered, what just fine, what works. And I realized all of the characters from HS are kind of similar to Genshin Impact in a sense, but they either tune up the scale with the content or they're just the same. But it sucks that Dehya had to be so bad, because I'll be honest, Dehya had like one of the best designs in Genshin Impact. There was so much hype build up for Dehya, and they screwed she over by giving she hybrid scaling and putting her ass in the standard banner. I'll be honest, that was funny to see she being on a standard banner before a Geo unit come on the standard banner. That was hilarious. And also, I feel like they should have gone either with the damage dealer route or the tank route, because if you build she for damage, her bulk capabilities are kind of mid. If you build her for bulk, her damage is kind of ass. So she in this skill, so if you build one side, she will also have like a dead skill basically. But if you manage to get any for a constellation, it can increase the damage, but since you're on the standard banner, you either can get C6 immediately or never even see a Dehya in your life basically. But one silver lining I can see with Dehya, that with Fontaine character that has a lot of sustain for themselves, that can heal themselves, it's very possible that a new unit that has skills of HP and can do damage and can heal herself can have a lot of synergy with someone like Dehya. We don't know if that unit will come or if said unit exists, wink wink, but for sure she has a chance with Fontaine, because her kid has a better chance of working with Fontaine unit for sure. Like, we already saw that with Lenny. So imagine what we can see with someone that doesn't even need Bennett and the thing can be enough. We have to see in the future for sure. But with all that said, I think that's everything I want to talk about for today's video, because goddamn, this video gonna be a pain in the ass to edit too. So with all that said, thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it if you made it this far. Let me know if you made it this far and hatch a comment, because I do appreciate supporting me. Let me know what I should do next, and let me know what you guys think of this. Do you agree with me, disagree with me on this? Let me know down below, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna kill you. Meh, probably might kill you with so comment anyway, cause all that stuff. But anyway, thank you Tired of Feeling for coming on the channel. I do appreciate you for sure. And final thought is, fuxuan is just better. Just a full-on fact, and I'm fine with that. And with all that said, take care, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.